Now we're going to talk about protecting yourself against potential job scams. With unemployment at 9.7%, there is a huge opening for con artists to prey on Americans looking for work. The Federal Trade Commission is now suing about a dozen companies accused of scamming job seekers. But what can you do to protect yourself? Elizabeth Leamy has some tips. She joins us now. Hey, Eli.
Hey, George, listen, these scams range from high-tech to low-tech. Some have slick websites, overseas telemarketing operations. Others appear on telephone poles or even in old-fashioned classified ads, like this one. This is one definition of the word crafty, meaning skillful or dexterous.
I enjoy all different types of crafts.
But here's the other definition, crafty as in tricky and deceitful. Authorities say the two definitions collided at a company called Angel Pin Creations.
I've been scammed. And it hurts. It hurts a lot.
Teresa Yeast answered an ad for Angel Pin Creations, or APC, after her husband got laid off. The company's website claimed it would pay people as much as $500 a week to assemble these angel pins at home. Teresa thought that was something she could manage while caring for her two children with disabilities. So she sent APC $580 for a supply kit.
It was not money that I had to spare. The money that I sent them was in faith.
When the kit arrived, Teresa says a key supply needed to make the angels was missing. She says the instructions had huge gaps, too.
I think that was their objective, is to wear you out, frustrate you to the point where you will give up, they will have your money, and you are just done.
But Teresa pressed on, determined to do a good job, desperate to make some money for her family. She managed to send in her first sample. It was rejected. Then her second, rejected. And a third and fourth, also turned down.
What happens inevitably is that the craft is rejected for some reason or another. It's not perfect in one way, it's not perfect in another way.
The Federal Trade Commission says it's a classic scheme that's returned because of the recession. Investigators estimate Angel Pin Creations made $832,000 in a single year by making, quote, false and baseless claims that consumers could earn substantial income from angel pin assembly when in fact they could not.
What these fraudsters are doing is they look at the headlines, and right now what's in the headlines is a very high unemployment rate, so they know how to exploit vulnerabilities.
Now Teresa Yeast feels she transformed her own vulnerability into a victory for others by feeding the Federal Trade Commission information about Angel Pin Creations. Now the FTC is suing to shut the company down. We left several messages for Angel Pin Creations seeking comment, but never did hear back. Some other schemes to look out for. One company sold people these test preparation materials for government jobs, but those government jobs don't require a test. Another claimed that you could make a living by applying for vague government grants that simply don't exist. And yet another scheme was work-at-home opportunities involving bogus mystery shopper and rebate processor jobs. The thing they all have in common, they ask you to pay money in order to make money, George. Don't fall for it.
That is the big tip-off, isn't it, Elizabeth?
It certainly is. Yep.
Okay, thanks very much. You know, if you're interested in government jobs or work-at-home opportunities, we have posted some legitimate resources on our website at abcnews.com.